What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. We have a great Thursday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers, and joining us, very happy to have on yet again, Joe, from Lay Off the Juice. Joe, over to you. How are you today, bro?
Dude, doing pretty good, man. Feeling good. Just feeling pumped about today, man. NBA.
It's also a
Not only
great
that.
slate in MLB, too. Today's probably the best sports day we've had in a little bit. I mean, there's so many day games. There's so many good edges, I think, that we have today. And, J-Bo, I'm putting that up right away. We were just talking about that. Let's fucking go Blue Jays, bro. They've been real good to us. We're
Yes.
going to hopefully keep reading the Blue Jays games right. I do have a play on that game today, and we're going over that game. So stay tuned for that. And J-Bo's also excited that Joe is here. J-Bo, we feel the same way. We're also pumped that Joe is joining us on this
Bro.
beautiful Thursday, June 19th. JD, how are you today, bro?
Doing good, man. This morning was going really well, and when I was outside, I was doing some yard work, and man, I have messed up my back some extra type of way. So
JD, we've told you, man, since you've hit the age where you've been eligible to get your AARP card,
right?
we can't have you going out there and doing this physical labor. Your brain is too important for the people of Moneyball Metrics. So you got to take it easy over there, all right? You got to take it easy. Boys, as we all do, we always go into our recap. JD, I didn't say weekend recap. I'm getting good. So what we're going to have to do, as always, is go over our Wednesday recap. So let's do it. I'll go first. My only free play yesterday, or I had two free plays. One was a 2U, one was a 1U. We did lose the Mariners in the early game. They really should have won that game. They out-hit the Red Sox. They had way more guys on base than the Red Sox, but the Red Sox did exactly what I said they wouldn't do. They hit homers. They had pop in their bats yesterday. And if you listened to the show yesterday, I told you where they're going to struggle is not being able to get homers with this lineup. I was wrong. They got a couple homers. They had a good game. But our big play was the 2U win on the Blue Jays. We continue to cash 2-unit plays. We have won 4 straight 2-unit plays, and we have 2 more ready to roll for today. JD, how'd you do yesterday?
Had only had 2 plays last night. As far as that parlay, though, we talked about it on the show with the Tigers game, it got rained out, so that became a Phillies straight play. So that was a minus 190 play, but actually that one still hit. Then had that Padres and Dodgers over. That one did not hit. I definitely feel like I have a good read like on these teams currently. That was one that just did not go our way.
Hey, that happens sometimes. That's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles in this industry. Joe, how did you do yesterday, bro?
Pretty bad, dude. I missed one play, which was the Astros team total over 2.5 in the first 5. They had 11 to end the game. So it was like literally right. They had 2, right? And then they had bases loaded in the 4th, nothing. 5th inning, nothing. 6th inning, they start bringing the bats. So I guess I got greedy with the first 5, trying to think that 3 was easy, and I should have just took the full game. So and then the other 2 games got rained out, so I lowered my volume.
There you go. And the good news about the rainouts, I mean, if you could say they were good news, is we get them today, and we have some phenomenal games out of it.
And we have 17 games.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy day. 17
This is a
MLB
good
games
problem, man.
and an NBA Finals game, a potential clinching game. It's a super good day in the MLB, boys. Well, all right. We have a huge slate we're going over today. You guys ready to dive in, start giving the people some winners?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, boys. First game we're breaking down today is another team I don't like fucking talking about right now, and that's the New York Yankees, who are hosting the LA Angels for yet again last game of the series here. Whoever wins this wins the series, the season series. The Yankees have lost 800 games in a row. They have lost 6 consecutive games. They really have not been able to get anything going offensively, and they faced some bad pitchers. Well, yet again, they versed another bad pitcher today. Starting for the Angels is Tyler Anderson. Anderson's 2-4 on the year with a 4.5 ERA. He's also got a 1.4 WHIP in 75 innings of work. He's allowed 74 hits, 29 walks, and 13 homers. On the other side for the Yanks, somebody who's been a lot better than I anticipated he'd be this year. With Garrett Cole going down for the season, the Yanks really needed a big year out of Carlos Rodon, and he has provided them a pretty good start to his season so far. He's 8-5 on the year with a 3.01 ERA. He's got a 0.99 WHIP. In 89 innings of work, he's only allowed 57 hits, 32 walks, and 10 homers. The big thing that stands out about Rodon is in 89 innings of work. He has 107 strikeouts. The guy gets a lot of swings and misses, and he's going to need to be on his game today for the Yankees to finally break their losing streak. JD, we're going to kick it over to you. We got the Angels. We got the Yanks. Yanks are a massive favorite yet again, but what the hell does that mean? Because they've been a minus 200 plus for the last week, and they still lose every single fucking game. What do you like in this one, JD?
I'll say it, man. I feel like every day we've been saying the same thing, that this is a Yankees get right spot. As far as the matchup goes, if they're actually going to get right, it's going to be now. And they still haven't gotten right yet. But today, this is another one. As far as actually Anderson on the mound here, and he has not been pitching well.
He sucks,
especially on the road, which is where he is tonight, or no, this afternoon. And this game actually starts soon.
Little over an hour.
Yep. This is another one of those that should be such an easy Yankees play, a Yankees run line play, a Yankees actually like a parlay. Like, this should be just so simple. Like this like handicap. This handicap really should be. This should be a really big Yankees win here. As far as the Yankees, as far as their team total over, like that one, but I think it's set at 5.5. And like I said, I just cannot take a 5.5 with them currently.
They haven't scored 5.5 runs in a week combined. Right. Not in one game, combined.
No, facts. Right.
I mean, as far as the total in this game is actually at 10. So once again, the books think that they're going to get hit, but these totals have actually been high every day though. And it's just not happening. So I want to take the Yankees in some way so bad. But gosh, I still don't think I can do it, man.
JD, the Yankees have scored 6 runs in their last 6 games. Their team total's 5.5. They've scored 7 runs in the last 7 games, and they've scored 9 runs in their last 8 games. So putting a team total up there of 5.5 is absolutely wild to me. Had to put that in there.
Definitely.
For sure. So for me, guys, I know I've said all this. All week, what have I said on the show, JD? All week. You can't take the Yankees right now until you see it. You have to avoid them. We kind of saw a little bit of offense last night. We kind of saw the Yankees get a couple big hits. A little bit. Not a lot. A little bit. But enough with Carlos Rodon on the bump today to take the Yankees in a money line parlay. I do not recommend taking anything on the run line. They should win on the run line. They should win this game fucking 10-0. But they should have won every game over the last week by at least 2 runs. So this is my parlay of the day. I am taking the Yankees as the first leg. This is the first time I'm going to be backing them in a little bit. And what I'm going to be parlaying the Yankees with is going to be the Detroit Tigers on the money line here in game 1, the early game where they have Tariq Skubal on the bump. Not game 2, where the Pirates do have Paul Skeens on the bump. Not the Paul Skeens game, the Tariq Skubal game. And that parlay can get it a minus 120. I know it's a bit scary with how the Yankees have been playing, but I do anticipate a better game. It's a day game. It is absolutely gorgeous in New York today. It's about 90 degrees. I do see the ball carrying. Oh, God, let me tell you something. I'm phenomenal. I guessed it was around 90 degrees, and I just pulled up the weather. It's exactly 90 degrees. The ball's going to travel, and a lot of Yankees' last couple games, JD, if anyone has watched them, the ball's been traveling, but it hasn't been leaving the park. They've been hitting some good exit velos, some good launch angle on balls that if it was a little warmer out would be very gone in Yankee Stadium. And today, a lot of those balls that were hit deep, especially by Bellinger, he's had a bunch caught directly at the wall. Today, those balls are going over the wall. And with Rodon on the bump, the Yankees will get it done. Give me the Yanks. Give me the Tigers game 1. Parlay minus 120. Joe, over to you.
Sorry.
JD, over to you.
I'm on DraftKings, and they don't have the number. As far as FanDuel, do you have that up?
Oh, I always have FanDuel up.
Well,
Which
yes,
line?
That's what I expected. Look at the Pirates. Look at their team total. I'm trying to find a 1.5 because all I can find on DraftKings is a 2.5, but it has way too much juice.
Let me see here. Pirates total runs 2.5 minus 150 juiced on the under. They have the alternate total runs.
Yeah, do they have it all at 1.5?
Yep, plus 145.
Yeah, I'm actually going to bet that. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm like telling you, the way this Pirates line up, they match up horribly here. And I know that sounds like insane for them to only fresh me to take them to score under 2 runs. But yeah, I actually think that is a decent play.
They have a weak lineup in there today as well. Let me see here. We don't see Brian Reynolds. He's gone for paternity leave. I'm seeing that here, so he's not going to be playing in this doubleheader today. And then you take a look at the Pirates' career numbers against Skubal. Not a single player in the lineup today even has a single RBI against Skubal in their career. Then you take a look at Detroit. Huh?
I was just saying, oof.
You're bad. I thought you said who. I was like, I think you know who Skubal is, bro. Then you take a look at how this Detroit lineup has done against Andrew Heaney. Gleyber Torres has a homer, 2 ribbies. Jones has 2 ribbies. And they're really the only 2 guys that have seen him more than twice. So I do anticipate this Tigers team to be able to score. They really only have to get 3 or 4 in this game. And I think it's going to be a smooth sailing win for them there. So JD likes the Pirates team total under 1.5 for game 1. And I parlayed the Tigers with the Yankees. Joe, over to you.
Real quick, the play that I had that got rained out was Skubal under 4.5 hits allowed for -130. So that was my play yesterday that I absolutely love. But for today, the Yankees game, I'm going with my guy Cody Bellinger. Over 1.5 bases. You can get that at +110. I think that's way too much value. Tyler Anderson has been trash. Just to give you some numbers, he's given up 16 earned runs in his last 3 away games. So we don't need runs. We just need 1 double and we cash.
Love that.
Bellinger at home, he's cleared this line in 60% of his last 10. And against the Angels specifically, this series, while they have not scored runs, he's been on base. He had 0 3 days ago. He had 2. And then he had 5 yesterday. So going up against a worse pitcher, hard for me not to see him get 2 bases.
100% agree with you. I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to do that, bro. And he was one of the guys I said when I entered this game that he really looked good yesterday. He started to get it rolling, had a couple big hits. I anticipate that to continue. And like I said earlier, he's had a couple deep balls over the course of this week that were caught at the edge of the wall when it was 65 degrees in New York, rainy. The ball wasn't traveling at all. Those would have gone out today. So, Joe, I'm with you 1,000%. I really like that play here. All right, boys. Ready to move on to game 2? That was a long time for game 1. I apologize about that. I know I talked a lot during that game. But let's get over to game 2, boys. We're going to be going to the D-backs taking on my Blue Jays. I've said it all week on the show. The Blue Jays have been my favorite team to either back or fade this year. Whichever way I've seemed to take them has gone well for us. So you knew we had to bring this Blue Jays team up yet again. The last 2 days, I had my previous 2-unit plays, both on the Blue Jays to beat this D-backs team. They got it done. Let's go over today's matchup. Pitching for the Blue Jays is the gas man, Kevin Gausman. Gausman's 5-5 on the year with a 4.08 ERA. Pitching for the D-backs is Ryan Nelson, however the hell you pronounce R-Y-N-E as a first name. He's on the bump for the D-backs today. Nelson's 3-2 on the year with a 4.14 ERA. The one thing that sticks out about Nelson's numbers are his road splits. Not good. Not good. He's got a 7.5 ERA on the road and a 1.5 whip. All that being said, JD, we back in the Blue Jays again. We fade in the Blue Jays, so the D-backs get a game in this series. What do we like?
Yeah, man, just like you said there to end that. As far as on the away team, Diamondbacks, they got Ryan Nelson on the mound. And like you said, his actual road numbers, man, are just really bad. I mean, actually, like as far as his overall numbers are not great, but yeah, as far as his road numbers are really bad. His last road start was against the Reds, where he only went 3 and actually gave up 7 earned. Mm-hmm. So that was his last road start, and I think today is going to be another tough one, man. I really think these Blue Jays bats will be able to get to him, and then this Diamondbacks bullpen. We've talked about it for weeks now. They are not very good,
and they're taxed, and they've been used.
Yes, so I definitely think the Blue Jays can definitely put up a bunch of runs today. But then on the other side, you got Kevin Gausman, and as far as the whole season goes, his numbers once again they're really not that bad. But his past few starts, man, he's just consistently giving up runs and just giving up a bunch of hits, and honestly, giving up a bunch of walks too. I mean, that's like 3 straight actually starts now. He's giving up 10 earned runs, and his actually past 3 starts. He's given up 10 walks in his past 3 starts. He's just not on a good path currently. And he's going up against the National Diamondbacks lineup here who can definitely hit. So I think that the Diamondbacks can once again today put up some runs also. And then if you're into trends, as far as to the full game over, the Diamondbacks in their last 10 are 7-3. Blue Jays are 7-2-1. As far as the Diamondbacks on the road, they are 19-15 to the over. And then at home, the Blue Jays are a big 23-13 to the over. I actually have this game closer to 10 runs. This is my biggest edge of the day. This is my favorite play. You can already guess it. This is my best bet. I'd never give that out early, but I'm going to give it out early today. Give me the over 8.5 runs here.
I like it. If I were to take an over, a total in this game, it would 100% be an over. But what I'm taking is I'm taking the Blue Jays yet again. They are hot there at home. When the gas man, Kevin Gausman, has started games over his last 5, the Blue Jays have won 4 of them. Also, his home-to-road splits are pretty dramatic differences. At home, he has a much better ERA. He's at a 3.3 ERA at home, and his whip goes down substantially. He's 3-1 on the year at home as well. His last loss was against the Phillies. He didn't have a terrible outing, but he didn't have a great outing. They lost 8-0, but that's when they got swept by the Phillies, and the Phillies were red hot after the Phillies just got swept. So I'm not taking too much from that. I do think Gausman and these Blue Jays will have a big performance. Give me the Jays on the money line at -140. Definitely one of my favorite plays today, and definitely has already been sent out to my VIP. It's an official play for me. Over to you, Joe. What do you got?
I got the over 8.5. I just listened to JD spill all my notes, so just to save you guys some time, it's a heavy trend to the over. I think the Blue Jays put up at least 5 runs. I was loving the team total for the Blue Jays over, but then when I looked at Gausman, he's given up what is that? 4 runs in his last one, 3 in the one before that, 3 in the one before that, 10 runs, like he said. Like, that to me just says the Diamondbacks are going to help with the team total or with the full game. So I decided not to get cute, just ride the 8.5. So
there we go. Let's get a high-scoring Blue Jays win, and we'll all be happy when this one ends. Let's keep it moving, fellas, to our third game, the middle game. Also, what I have to throw into the show today, as I always do, guys, if you have any comments regarding any games you want us to go over, if you guys want us to talk about anything, drop them in the chat. We are here to give you the best show possible, and we are here for you guys. So put anything in there if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about. All right, JD, let's keep it rolling. Next game we're going to is the New York Metropolitans taking on your Atlanta Braves. Pitching for the Metropolitans, Clay Holmes, 7-3 on the year. Still pisses me off to see that. 2.87 ERA. Even more pisses me off to see that. 1.17 whip. The guy has been a really good starter for this Mets team. It's a shame the Yankees couldn't figure out that he was a fucking starter for 4 years. But I digress. Over to the other pitcher. You have JD's guy, Spencer Strider, who JD, is this guy going to ever get it together? He's 1-5 on the year with a 4.35 ERA. He also has a 1.16 whip, so his whip isn't terrible, but everything else is pretty bad. JD, we have to start with you. You're the only one on the show who could start a Braves game. What do you got? What do you like?
The answer to is he going to get it together is yes. His last start, everything finally came back. And not just the fact that I believe he struck out like 13.
13.
And against as far as the team, he played, as far as like the Rockies go. Yeah, I know.
I was going to add that. I was going to say, if it was against like anyone else, maybe,
But there's a lot of metrics though when you look at his pitches though. What I was talking about the past few weeks as far as his breaking stuff, it didn't have the same break on it. He wasn't throwing the ball as actually hard. Well, guess what? That start, everything was back. That actual fastball, I actually believe it's his 4-seam. It was still up over actually like 98. Like everything was back to where we want it to be. Yeah. So yes, I definitely think that he is on his way back. And then because of that, with the Braves are finally getting on a little run now, the Mets are in a little slump here. And as far as as far as the pitching matchup goes, I actually locked this in at actually -125. It actually has gone up since, but I still like this price here. I do not bet on the Braves much, but I do think that today is a cheap price. So give me the Braves.
Joe?
I can't make a bet on this game. It's a stay away game for me. Everything about it, I wanted to take the Mets because of Strider's been so bad, but recently, like that last game was scary good, and there's no way I'm fading that dude. So for me, I'm not betting anything. I'm off this one.
I respect it. I respect it. All right, boys. I have to go over my play in this game. And let me tell you, sorry, JD. I'm on the other side. I'm backing the Mets, and I'm backing Clay Holmes in this spot. I do think the Mets are due for a win here. I don't think that the Braves are going to sweep this series, and I do think the Mets are going to get this done, which is, it's kind of funny because these teams play each other again in 4 days. There's a series back in New York in 4 days on the 23rd. Today's the 19th, so 4 days. These teams are going to see each other a lot over the next couple months. The Braves are a much better home team, as we've gone over, but this Mets team is not going to get swept by the Braves in this spot. I do think the Mets will come out firing today. I do think the lefty bats in their lineup could get to and should get to Spencer Strider. Speaking of Juan Soto, I wouldn't mind a play on his anytime homer today. I do think he has a good chance to get one out. And I do think this Mets team will put up a good performance, like I said. I really don't think they're going to get swept by the Braves here. They just got swept by the Rays. They don't want to get swept in back-to-back series. And like I said, I do see a big performance coming out of Clay Holmes. And I do think this Mets offense will be able to get some runs and win this game. There's just no value, in my opinion, taking the Braves today when the Mets currently you can get them at a plus 115, and I think taking them at the dog is absolutely the right play. So let's see the Mets have a big win for me, or if you're backing JD and the Braves, we'll see a big win for JD and the Braves. Hey, I'll tell you something, JD. One of us is going to be right on this game.
One of us is.
All right, boys, we got a question in the chat, and I have a big play on that game, so we are going to bring it up. J-Bo is asking us about the Phillies and the Marlins, so let me bring up the specifics here, so stand by for 1 second. And that's what we're going to be breaking down.
I actually just had like a feeling, actually, like you were going to go here, so I did a little thing.
Wow. Impressive. I did not expect so I could take the comment down and we could do it like a regular game. It's not even like you see that, J-Bo? You see that fucking service you get tuning into this show, bro? We are here for you. And quickly, I did see your other comment, Pirates Tigers game to NRFI. You already answered that yourself, so I'm not going to bring it up. It is crazy juiced on the NRFI, so you don't need to be taking that, in my opinion. Back to this game. Christopher Sanchez on the bump for the Phillies. He's 5-2 on the year with a 3.05 ERA. On the other side for the Marlins, they have Edward Cabrera. Cabrera's 2-2 on the year with a 4.1 ERA. Cabrera has some interesting splits. He's one of those unique pitchers that is better on the road than he is at home. His ERA goes up half a run at home compared to when he is on the road. JD, I have one of my 2-unit plays in this game. So this is one of my 2 favorite spots to target today. So I'll let that marinate with the people here. JD, I'm going to kick it over to you. And one more thing, Alan Neymar, I do see your question. We will answer that one right after this. JD, over to you. What do you like in the Phillies and the Marlins?
You know, I didn't go too deep in actually this like game. As far as the Phillies side, that's the only way I could play this. Basically, as far as the number, to me, just wasn't quite right. But that would be the only way I could go here.
Yep, I'm on the Phillies. That's my 2U play here. I think they're going to continue to do well. I think their bats are going to continue to hit. We saw them play okay yesterday. They won a 4-2 game, but today I do think they'll be able to hit Edward Cabrera. I do think the lefty bats in the Phillies lineup will get going here. And even ESPN BPI ranks this as the Phillies have more than a 60% implied odds to win this game, and you're able to get this at a minus 140 to a minus 145 right now. It's exactly what I'm playing. I think the Phillies are going to have a monster performance. I think they will win this game. So one of my first of my 2-unit plays of the day, which yet again, we've won 4 consecutive, is the Phillies on the money line. I'll let it out now. When we go to best bets, it's not a game we're covering today, but I do have my other 2-unit play I will be giving out in best bets. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Joe, over to you. What do you got?
I got no play, man. I wanted to do the under because I saw the trend was 3-7 as far as like at home with the Miami Marlins. The Marlins bats, they're just not, in my opinion, like really impressive. Like they're very volatile. But to back up to play a 7.5 total, you have to have, in my opinion, 2 lights out pitchers. And with Cabrera being a lot better on the road than at home, I'm not gonna play it. But if I did play anything, it would be the over 7.5.
I respect it. I respect it. Let's go to Alan's question here. How do we feel about the Reds' first 5? The reason I want to go to this so quickly is this game starts in 10 minutes. This is the first game of the day. So pitching in this one is Chris Paddock. He's 2-6 on the year with a 4.3 ERA, and he is significantly worse on the road. He has a 5.5 ERA on the road compared to his 4.3 ERA on the season. On the other side, we have Nick Martinez, who's 4-7 on the year with a 3.92 ERA. But at home, he only has a 2.5 ERA. So he is a 1.5 run better pitcher at home than he is on the road. I'm not going to take too much time on this game because we have a ton of games we still have to cover today, and it's already almost 12:30. But yes, Reds first 5. To keep it short and sweet, Reds first 5. I would take the Reds 99 out of 100 times in this spot. JD, any thoughts from you?
I'm going to stay off at the side here. I actually do have a small personal play on the over 9, actually full game here.
Nice. Okay, there we got a personal play given from JD. Joe, I promise we're almost to the NBA game. I know. You gotta be like, guys, get me to the NBA. So what do you
I love the Reds first 5. Being that I'm a huge Cardinals fan, I typically watch the Reds a little bit, but the Reds jump out on you early. So their bats are typically hot in the first 5. They're also 2-0 to the first 5. The last two times they played.
I respect it. We have a little breaking NBA news. Little head coach just got extended from your neck of the woods, Joe, from where you are.
Oh, so KD is coming here.
Ime Udoka just got a massive. They haven't released the dollar amount yet, but Shams is saying he will be a top 3 paid coach in the league. Long-term extension. Rockets have signed Ime Udoka to a long-term deal. So a little breaking news there. Yeah, it's going to be some money.
Tillman Fertitta self-financed and bought the Rockets. Yeah. I don't think you guys know how much money that guy has.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
He bought a ton of things. So I mean,
Wait, is it Fertitta? Isn't that the UFC guy?
Yeah,
he owns UFC. I know Fertitta.
Yeah. So he bought a Bentley dealership here in Houston and fired everybody that worked there because he went in and like flip-flops and a t-shirt and they didn't service him. So he bought the dealership just to fire everybody.
Me and JD did that once as well.
Money.
Yeah, me and JD do that all the time. So if you could catch us in these North Carolina streets, we're doing that quite frequently. So if you see us doing that, just come stop by. Clearly kidding, guys. Clearly kidding. Let's keep it moving. We have one more baseball game we're breaking down, then we're getting into the meat and the potatoes, the Thunder Pacers Game 6. But before we do, talking about this game that we talk about, it feels like every day. We got the Padres, we got the Dodgers, and we talk about it because it's probably the best game of the day every day right now. We have Ryan Bergert pitching for the Padres. It might be Bergert, whatever the fuck it is. He's 1-0 on the year with a 2.3 ERA. On the other side, we have our guy, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, coming in 6-5 on the year with a 2.6 ERA. Yamamoto has been what you need out of a guy like Yamamoto. Weirdly, though, he does have a 3.7 ERA at home, so he has a full run worse ERA at home. JD, we're going to kick it over to you. Dodgers have an implied winning chance of 73% in this game per ESPN. What do you like in this game?
You know, at first, when I would just normally look at this game, I would be like, all right, this is a Dodgers play. This is just a Dodgers actually run line play. This is a Dodgers team total over play. The problem is the books, they already kind of know that.
Yep.
Especially with their team total over because they have it set at 5.5. I really wanted a 4.5 here bad. Could not get it though. But then I looked into it a little more. And as far as Yamamoto goes, I mean, like normally he is a guy that I definitely want to back. You know, his past few starts, he hasn't really been pitching that actually well.
Yep.
Versus the Yankees, he actually gave up 4 earned, gave up 7 hits, and walked 3.
That's incredible because the Yankees can't do that against anyone. So that's incredible.
Right. Versus the Cardinals, it wasn't really a bad game. But then last game out versus the Giants, he gave up 5 earned on 6 hits and walked 5. So he has 10 walks in his past 3 starts, and that is a problem. Like he has. He goes through these times where he just has a hard time finding the actual zone. And actually last game, he had a really hard time.
Yep.
So that's where, again, here, you know, as far as the Padres batters, their actual numbers against him are really not that bad. So this is a spot where I think, once again, I feel like I say this every game, but I'm going to play the over here. Because as far as the Dodgers bats here, they are hot. They are definitely hitting well.
Yeah.
I really don't see a problem with them scoring runs. Like I said, at that team total price, I just couldn't quite get there with it. But give me the Padres bats also, and give me the full game over. You can actually get a 8.5 with a little bit of juice at minus 125, and actually that's how I'm going to play this one.
I respect it. I respect it. Joe, I have no play on this game, so I'm going over to you, brother. What you got?
No, I'm blindly tailing JD because with the Dodgers, this dude's record is out of control. So I don't have a play on this personally. I'm just gonna blindly bet it because if I know a guy is good at something, why would I reinvent the wheel, right?
I
So
respect that.
blindly tailing.
Yeah, let me tell you something. So we were going to intro this game, and the first thing when I went to kick it to JD, I was going to say, and somebody who gets the Dodgers right more than anybody, we're kicking it over to JD. But I didn't feel like doing that today because I know the over didn't hit last night, so I was trying to, not put it that way. But realistically, he does read the Dodgers games better than anyone I know. So I am with you 1,000%. I almost said that with the intro, but I was trying to not bring up last night, that performance. But I'm with you.
There was a ton of There was a ton of players in running position. Like they just.
Oh yeah.
Second and third just didn't drive them in. So
they just fucking suck sometimes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I've said that twice. I don't think I've ever said on the show that's the way the cookie crumbles, and I've said it twice today. So we have to figure something out, guys, because that's such a lame line. We're going to the NBA. I know Joe's excited.
Yeah.
And we're going in. We got the Thunder -6. We got the Pacers with a total of 222. Do I need to tell everyone the storylines? Halliburton's broken. Is he going to play? It doesn't matter if he plays. Is he able to really help him if he does play? My take on that, he is going to play, but he's going to be a decoy. We're not going to see anything out of him. I like a lot of Halliburton unders tonight, to be completely honest with you. But I'm going to kick this one over to our guy. Lay off the juice, a.k.a. Joe. Lay off the juice, Joe. Tell us what you got.
Well, I got 3 props in this one. I like all 3 of them. But so the first prop I'm going to go with is Chet Holmgren to have a double-double, right? You can get that at +110. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you can get that at +110. In the last 3 games, they made an adjustment. He's had 10, 15, and 11 rebounds. Mm-hmm. So to think he's not going to get 10 points again, I find that a little hard to believe.
I'm with you.
At +110, I'm all over that one. Pascal Siakam over 4.5 assists at +127. So he averages 34 minutes per game. In the last 3 games, he's had 4, 5, and 5 from an assist. He's had 9, 8, and 9 potentials. So the reason why he clears his assists at a 50% clip is because when he finally does pass the ball, he's inside of the paint. And there's somebody cutting to the hole. So normally Benedict Mathurin, he scores layups off of him or something like that. He's not really the primary ball handler.
Absolutely.
And my third pick, which is my best bet for today, is SGA over 1.5 steals. So the reason why I like this is because all postseason, he's known for his defense. Everybody's focusing on his points, rebounds, and assists or some combination of the sort. But he's had 3, 4, 0, 3, and 2 far as steals. So he's clearing his line with a little bit of cushion. Then you add on that Halliburton is injured news. Halliburton is already a pass-first point guard. But the fact that he's injured, you're going to be playing the passing lanes more than the shooting lanes to force him to do something he doesn't like doing on an injured leg. Yep. And if he doesn't play, right, there's going to be a new primary ball handler. Well, there's a reason why Halliburton is the primary ball handler is because he usually limits the turnovers that the Pacers do. So without Halliburton in the game, there's going to be a fast pace and a new ball handler, which means more turnovers. I love that for SGA, however that cookie crumbles.
A little breaking news here. Tigers-Pirates game 1, rain delay. The game that was already rained out, so I had to get that in there. But, Joe, I absolutely love all those NBA bets. I think those are all fantastic. I love your props. This is what you do. You're the king of the props. Any side or total you like on this game, or just sticking with the props?
If you put a gun to my head and said pick a total, I would pick the over. If you said pick a side, I would have to lean OKC. I have a futures ticket for +425 for the exact series bet to be 4-2. So there's that. Hoping OKC gets the win. But I don't see a world in which the Pacers compete. No Halliburton means they're gonna turn the ball over more. They're at home and it's an elimination game. I think they've already outperformed everyone's expectations.
There's no doubt about it. Them just being here.
Exactly. So, like, I think they've already outperformed. You got Nimhard, who's, I don't know what he's doing offensively. Uh, He's not had a 10-point game in the last 3 games. And with Halliburton being injured, his point total is less than TJ McConnell and Benedict Mathurin, who comes off the bench.
Well, I was
So,
about to say Halliburton's.
no, Andrew Nimhard.
Nemhard. I was going to say I had Halliburton's points up.
Yeah, his point total is still at 10.5. And Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell's point totals have both been bumped to 10.5 and 11.5.
Yep.
I just don't see a world in how the Pacers will compete because they're going to turn the ball over. Even if they push the pace, they're not going to win that route. And then Jalen Williams for OKC has shown up in a very big way. And he's finally doing that this series. So just looking at it, I think the Thunder are too deep. They're too healthy. Aaron Naismith, he's just been a shell of himself ever since the ankle injury with New York. I just don't think the Pacers are healthy. And let alone talent-wise, they've already done the best they could do, in my opinion. So
I agree. I think they've maxed out their potential here. I think they're at their ceiling, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I do have two questions about two separate props I wanted to ask you, Joe, because you are the prop guru. First one is a play I love the over. Love the over. Probably my favorite play on this game, if you had to ask me. Give me one play. That's going to be Pascal Siakam over 21.5 points at plus 100. I think he's going to have to be the catalyst for this Pacers team tonight, especially if they're not going to get points out of Halliburton. His point total was the second question I was going to ask you, which is at 13.5 and heavily juiced on the under, which kind of reiterates the point where we think he's probably going to be a decoy tonight. He's not going to be someone they rely on in this game, but someone's going to have to fill the bucket for the Pacers. The total projected at 222. Someone is going to score for the Pacers. So to me, we have to find out who is going to be that guy who is going to be the beneficiary of getting the points tonight, because Halliburton isn't really going to be able to be the guy. And I kind of think it has to be Pascal.
The only reason I looked at that and I thought that, right? But when I slept on it, Pascal just had 28. If you look at the Pacers box score, they've never had a leading player 2 games in a row. Like, that's just something they don't do. You don't know who the guy's going to be the next round out, but it's never the same guy back to back. It could be Mathurin off the bench. I actually think it could be TJ McConnell off the bench. His minutes have been trending upwards. He started at 15 minutes a game. He played 22 minutes last game, mainly because of the injury. And also, Carlisle is who's ever hot is staying out there type of coach.
Yes,
You've seen it with Obi Toppin.
Right? Well, I will say he took McConnell out the game way too fast for a couple games in a row when McConnell's been having some big stretches. He took him out way too early and didn't go back to him. So I agree with you for the bulk of the guys, but he didn't do that with McConnell.
So TJ is like a matchup, right? His kryptonite is his height, right? So whenever the other team runs a too big lineup, that's why TJ gets pulled out.
Makes sense.
Typically. So I think that because you and I and the world knows that Halliburton is injured, I think they're going to take Pascal away. I think if I was OKC, my game plan would be take away Pascal because he's been the most consistent threat in the starting lineup.
Yep.
Like Naismith, nothing. Nimhard, he sails so hard. Like there's Miles Turner. What the hell is he doing? Like his point totals at 13.5. He was averaging 15.5 against his OKC team. And he's just been bricking shots. They've been leaving Miles Turner wide open. And he's just missing. And now he's in his own head. So, I mean, if I was OKC, I would take away Pascal because he is the most threat that you have. Pascal scores early in the game. He's a first half kind of guy. And then he tails off hard. So if you want to do a Pascal second half or whatever, that's probably a good look.
I respect it.
Pascal first half, I'm all over because starting the game, he's the guy that's going to punch you in the mouth. You know it. He's done it all postseason. So
I'm with you.
But I'm all over his assist though, because his assist is super low and he's done it consistently. And when he does pass the ball, it's to somebody that's in the paint. He's not passing to a guy shooting threes.
It's true. It's true. JD, over to you. What do you like, bro?
This game is I really think this game is lined well. As far as the Thunder, I do think that they close it out here tonight. Do I want to lay 6?
And it's now 6.5 everywhere. It's moved up a half point everywhere.
I mean, no, I really don't. Just because they are a young team, and they haven't
also home.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been in this spot in this closeout game. So, I mean, you just never know. But if I had to play a side, then it like would be the OKC side. But like I said, I just can't do it. As far as the under in this game, I was actually looking at that, which I know for me sounds a little crazy. But the total is actually at 222, and I'm not going to go under that.
It's tough. I'm in the same boat as you right now. I feel the exact same way you do. I want to take the over 222. If this was a 2-2 series, I would take the over in a heartbeat. We cashed the over last game, but because it's an elimination game, it's tough to take an over in an elimination game. It just is, even though the total has gone down. But I kind of like the Pacers without Halliburton right now. An injured Halliburton has only stunted this team. It has only hurt this team. When they've had TJ McConnell in there, they've been playing with more pace. The ball has moved more, and everything has been kind of more fluent when he's been off the court, only because he's injured. I'm not saying this is a better team without Halliburton. He's a phenomenal player. But with him being as crippled and limited movement and limited explosiveness as he currently is, I kind of think they're better without him and playing an all-speed game. What do you think about that, JD?
Well, okay. Yes. Far as your point there, yes. I actually definitely agree there. So then my next point is, do y'all think he actually plays?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that
elimination game at home, he's going out there.
I think there's a 0% chance he doesn't play. I mean, how many chances do you get to go to the finals? If he can walk, if he can breathe, if he can move, and it's not a break, it's not something that's physical. It's good. It's pain tolerance. Can he handle the pain?
Yes.
And you gotta play.
And actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of his props and I'm gonna parlay them all under.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm actually not gonna take every single prop. I am gonna pick and choose. And as far as in the free Discord, I'm actually going to drop it there for the exact play. So the link is down below. Get in there. But that's what I'm going to do, because if he doesn't play, okay, well then it's a voided bet, whatever. But the best case scenario is he does play, and he just doesn't do much, or he plays for the first quarter and then realizes I can't fucking play.
Yeah.
Actually then sits. Well, you're going to cash all of those. So that's what I'm going to do. And honestly, besides maybe a live play, that is fresh to me, on this game, that is going to be it.
Let me tell you something. So I was watching First Take this morning, and they had Markieff Morris on the air saying that if he was a teammate, a coach, a general manager of this Pacers team, he would make Halliburton sit, because he had a similar situation in the playoffs where he tried to play through something, took more damage, and said it limited his career for the next 2 years. But at the same time, he was also 33 years old when the injury happened. He's not as young as Halliburton. And how often do you get to the finals? He said, the Pacers, the East is wide open. They have a real chance to make it back next year. They're here now. So my response to that is he's going to play. He's in the pinnacle game you could be in. This is a game 6 at home against the team that was supposed to beat you 4-0. This team is supposed to beat them every single game they've played, and this Pacers team just felt like the team of destiny all year. And guess what? The season is not over. They still have a chance, and I do think that is going to be the way this does happen. Here, JD, I think I got to do it. I've been going back and forth. I think I have to take the over 222. I know it's low. I know it's an elimination game, but I like the Pacers at home. They're going to play with more pace, especially with how banged up Halliburton is. I think they know they can't go in their normal half-court offense without Halliburton. They need to play a pace game. They need to outrun them. They need to go up and down the court and use their speed. Without Halliburton, they can't play their normal style of game. And realistically, their normal style of game is pace. It's just hard to do that against this Thunder team. That's why they haven't done it. But without Halliburton, they're not going to be able to set up their offense in the half court. We've seen that all series, right? Like when they slow it down and they take some time on the shot clock, every time you see at the top of the key where it's either Halliburton or McConnell just going in circles or Nembhard back and forth, you're like, well, here's another wasted 24 seconds on the shot clock, because they're going to keep doing this till they get down to 1 second and chuck up a brick. They can't play that style against this Thunder team, and I don't think they will tonight. I think that's going to help the over hit, and give me the over 222, locking it in now.
I was just gonna say, Alpha. TJ McConnell and Halliburton are two different point guards.
Mhm.
TJ does not mind actually shooting the damn ball, and Halliburton act like he's allergic to it. And Halliburton is very good. He's a good shooter. He just doesn't do it. To
Depends. He
out
could
on
either
that.
be really good or he could be really
The-
bad at shooting. He's
the-
sometimes amazing, sometimes
Yeah.
detrimental.
The Pacers' style of offense with Halliburton's on the court is more of a stand around, wait to the last second, and then chunk up a shot. Whereas if TJ is in the game, he's getting guys much more active, right? There's a lot more cuts to the basket. So I like that 220 over or 222 over, but I'm not playing it. I'm just playing the straight up no juice props.
So Shams is on the Pat McAfee show right now. So one of our viewers just sent me this little clip. So thank you so much. You know who you are out there. He's fully intending to be out there, and he's going to be out there per Shams on Tyrese Halliburton. He is going to play tonight. There's never been a doubt on my mind. He's going to be out there. So shout out to one of our viewers who sent me that little clip, kind of backed up everything me and Joe were just saying. So JD, thoughts?
My thoughts are actually about what actually David just said, because this was something that I was going to bring up. And that's Caitlin Clark. And that is that Fever versus Suns game. And I loved everything about that. And it's messed up that I'm more excited and more interested about the WNBA right now than I am about the NBA Finals.
Well, yeah, that is fucked up. I don't know how you feel that way, because I don't feel that way.
Really?
Yeah,
I have been.
I'm looking forward to this game tonight. 3-2, the Pacers are in it. I mean, come on. Do I rather it be the Knicks? Fuck yeah, I'd rather it be the Knicks, but I'll still take the Pacers.
To address that comment, she's not going to be there. Caitlin Clark, they have a game tonight, so they're going to be in San Francisco.
We're fucked now. No Caitlin, no wins. Joe gets us all the info. That's why we need you on here more, Joe. Perfect time to have that information ready. JD, back over to you.
Yeah, no, it was just a funny thing, but no, it's like seriously not but as far as the WNBA game, I know that this is not a WNBA show, but Joe, I will say he does a lot of actually props there. Like he is a WNBA guy.
We call it the W around here. We call it the W.
The W.
Man, I got to tell you, over the past few years, y'all know I have not been a W.
Oh, we know.
I have not been a W fan. But this shit is getting interesting now. It really is.
It's chippy. It's competitive. Depends who's playing. There's still a massive talent gap between, the top teams and the bottom. You'll still see some 110 to 40 games. You look on ESPN, the bottom crawl, and your eyes jump out of your head like, what the fuck is that in a professional game? But when the good teams play, there are some games.
Yeah.
This year, they've made a lot of changes. So the Aces were dominating everybody last year.
Yep.
They pretty much broke up that team.
Yep.
And it's helped the WNBA. They got a new team, the Valkyrie, which is basically Golden State Valkyrie. Those girls are legit. They're pretty much a melting pot of starters from other teams. I love that team. I think they're the most underrated in the W right now. And they're playing against Caitlin Clark today. But Paige,
that was cool.
However you say her name. She is my favorite player of the WNBA.
She's awesome.
I've been texting JD boy, this one yo, hey, look at this. She's a rookie.
They got some dogs. They got some dogs in the W now, so it's exciting.
Paige is legit.
Every time we have Joe come back on, we're gonna have to plan some days that the W is on so we can get some more basketball coverage on this show, because everyone loves the basketball coverage, and Joe, you do a fantastic job with it. JD, any play on this game before we get into our best bets? Powered by Player Profit.
Nah, man, that's gonna do it for me.
All right. Well, I guess it's about that time. We go into our I have to find it first, so I'm sorry. Best bets for today, Thursday, June 19th. Guys, as always, our best bets is powered by and sponsored by Player Profit. We talk about them every single day on the show. You guys know about them already. But what they do is they allow you to take a challenge. You sign up for one of their challenges and you pass their challenge. You get funded and are able to bet with their money. What is better than betting with someone else's money? Getting a profit of someone else's money. So what you're able to do if you pass and get funded through their challenge is bet with their money and keep profits out of that. Trade like a pro, as they like to say. Player Profit is one of the most unique ways you can get in there and try to get funded, pass their challenges, and like I said, play with someone else's money. It's a really cool opportunity. We want all of you guys to make sure you take advantage of this opportunity. And JD is going to bring up on the screen our challenge plays today, so we can show you how easy it is to go through a challenge and how to place bets inside the Player Profit platform. You guys can see here. JD, take it away.
Yeah, as you can see here, this is how we have done so far. We've actually made 9 picks. And I swear, we keep going 1-1. Yep. we just keep going 1-1. So as far as the account right now, you can see it. As far as the percentage down, we are down 1.67%. So that there's not like bad. We're actually still in the fine spot. But yeah, I'm actually going to show y'all our like plays here, and actually just not a minute here, but just to show y'all as far as the basketball game tonight, like just some of the plays. Like it's not just they may think it's just like a side and actually like total here, but you can go over here and click more picks, and there is literally
easy to do this.
Yes, and it's every possible thing you could want. First half, second half, quarter plays, then they have every type of
props as well. And look how easy the platform is. You can click everything. It's very clear what you want to bet, clear how to bet everything. And like we've said, guys, it's a really unique way to try and get yourself funded and to play with other people's cash. Like I said about 15 times already today, what is better than gambling with someone else's money? Well, the only thing is winning money when you're gambling with someone else's money. And this is one of the few ways you can do that. So if you think you are a sharp, you think you have what it takes to be a handicapper, try one of the challenges. It's not expensive. It's cheap. DM us. We'll help you get set up. You use code MBM and see if you can pass the challenge. JD, show them what our bets are today.
Yep, today, the first best bet, we actually have mine. It is that Blue Jays and Diamondbacks over 8.5 runs. Guys, that's a bet I feel really good about today. I'm showing a big edge there. So this is the first time that we've done this since we've been doing the challenge, but we're going to risk a little bit more here today. We're going to risk 1,000 here. We really like that play. Yep. And then Joe, his best bet is going to be the SGA over steals. We're going to play to win 500 there. And then Alpha, which he's going to tell you about in just a second, one of his best bets is the Rays money line. And we are also playing that one to win 500.
Yeah, the Rays are my second 2U play of the day, guys. They're my favorite play by far. So if you guys agree with me, want to ride the hot hand, we won 4 straight 2-unit plays. Yet again, both of my 2-unit plays today. Phillies on the money line, Rays on the money line. And one more thing about Player Profit, guys, you could tail our best bets and see if you can pass the challenge that way. You could see how we're doing. If we win our bets today, we're in a fantastic spot to get funded and to continue on with their challenge process. So, guys, you could even just copy our best bets, ask us for any help, DM us. We're here for you. So check them out. Promo code MBM, get you 10% off. Well, sure. Boys, we have 1,500 people still rocking with us. We appreciate every single one of you. Joe, you have any words for the people before we get the fuck out of here today? Watch a little golf, watch a little Yankees in 10 minutes. What's the score of the Reds game? Well, we definitely didn't tell you guys to take Reds first 5. So remember that.
So you either win with us or watch us win, man. All good.
I love it. I love that line. JD, do what you do. I want to eat some lunch, so get me the fuck out of here.
What's the score?
1-0. 1-0, man on second. No outs. It's not bad.
I freaking told y'all over, though. Over. Yeah, man. I got to just do a quick shout out, man. And that is shout out to Joe. A lot of people do not realize this, but he is working on the back end with us on a lot of things that we're going to be rolling out here over the next really like 3 months, because actually football season's coming up soon. But yeah, he's definitely putting in a lot of hard work. But then my man also just went out and got himself a brand new job.
Really you got it. You didn't tell me you got it yet. You just don't tell me you interviewed. Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out, Joe, and thank you for all that actually you actually do for us. And yeah, and looking forward to what is to come. So
congrats, bro. Congrats. Seriously, congrats.
Great. Appreciate it.
Yeah. But besides that, yeah, let's just do what we do and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody. Let's catch all our bets today.